up. His ACT and this is just, we do throw sweets traditionally in a bar mitzvah, but we're going to substitute. You want to do the throwing? Mia.
Mia, come on, Mia.
Oh, and Kristen Cox as well.
All children.
Yeah.
Kristen, come on.
You're Chloe.
Yeah. This is like Alright, wait, everybody.
Chloe's waiting.
Sam, say something in Hebrew. Say something in Hebrew, Sam.
Look at Frankie, he's like,
No. So you can give him a treat, that would be great. And then we'll move on to the first aliyah. An aliyah, the word means ascent, as it relates to Israel, the home of the Jewish people. Our first aliyah are our...
Wait, you're skipping me.
Oops.
Patty
would like to say a few words to Frankie. And then we will have Stephanie and Bridget for our first aliyah.
Alright. Oh, the treats are good. Oh, yeah. Is that it, everybody?
Say hi to the camera, Sherry.
You can give this to Chloe. Put that in your palm. Yeah.
But you have to...
Does everybody know Chloe?
Chloe's Frankie's sister.
She was our foster dog, but we kept her in a couple of years, and they really liked each other. All right, he's like, all right, guys.
Okay.
All right, back you go.
Because he's got some reading to do, so we don't want to stress him out.
Frankie! Frankie! We are so glad you came into our life, little fella, because I was thinking as we were walking this morning, what am I going to say? And it became apparent to me. I have really learned patience with this dog. Because if any of you have a boy dog, raise your hands if you have boy dogs or have had it.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, what do? Pee all the time. They pee all the time. They stop at every bush to smell. And what are you going to do? Rush them? Pull them by the neck? No, I just stand there. Oh, I've learned patience. And I have so learned compassion with him, too. Because even though I think I had compassion before we adopted from Muttville, you know, this is like compassion warp speed. Now that I've gotten, you know, way more involved to help with the exposure of Muttville's needs adopting senior dogs. Everybody know that Muttville is dogs over 7, and Sherry over there is up to almost 1,300 of them so far. Yay, Sherry.
oh, it takes a village.
It takes a village. And so this is dog number 142. And so lots of you know that I was a K-Dog in my last job, and I was like, oh. And so I was taking time off. It was going to be a sabbatical, temporary hiatus. And I said to Susan and Samuel, we should get a dog. And Susan said, oh, we should go to the SPCA. I'm like, oh, good. She's thinking about adoption. That was good. Went to the SPCA. We put a deposit down on Chip. Chip was a little beagle mix. That night, we couldn't take him yet because he had a medical issue. We had to wait 3 days. Samuel was sleepwalking. Chip's not the right dog. Chip's not the right dog. It was really freaky. Remember that, Sam? And so he was sleepwalking. Yeah, he was sleepwalking, like walking down the halls with his eyes closed, going, Chip's not the right dog for us. And so we just kind of paid attention to that.
What a good actor you are.
In the meantime, Susie in her big heart, she had a student named Yukiko Baba.
Oh, Yukiko!
Yukiko Baba. Anybody here meet Yukiko Baba? She was an exchange student in Japan, and she needed a place to live. So Susan said, well, she can live with us, and we really liked Yukiko. She would drop things a lot, and then we'd hear,
Oh, no kidding.
whoa! And so Yukiko wanted to work in the land of the dogs. And so she found her way at Muttville, where Sherry has a spare room where people live in exchange for taking care of the dogs. So Susan said, well, let's go see what this Muttville thing is. Long story short, we went to the pet fair in Marin in September or October 2008, and Frankie was sitting in the little X-pen with all the other little Muttville dogs. It was hot as hell, like 95 degrees. His tongue was out to here.
Big Tuesday.
Yeah, and Samuel said, Samuel, this is your cue.
Samuel said.
And Samuel said,
He's making this up.
oh, he says I'm making this, but I swear to God, he said, oh, that one, he's fluffy. And so, so 3 hours by now, it's true. Yeah. So home came Frankie that day, and we gave him a bath, and now we think about 13, and for those of you that don't know, he's actually got a little tumor growing that's not so good, and you know, his time is limited, but he's doing really well living with the big C. So this is our way of giving back to Frankie and all the people that brought Frankie to us and that care about dogs that need homes. And we just wanted to share this with our community, which is all of you. So thank you for coming. Thank you.
bar mitzvah, when you're called to read an aliyah, which we'll move through quickly, it's just an honor where you honor the special friends and people. So our first one is to Steph and Bridget, who have a couple kids themselves. What are the name of your canines, children?
Herschel and Marshall.
Herschel's Jewish, but Marshall is not.
It's an interfaith family. I like that. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. You can block it. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll be the congregation, because the congregation is supposed to sing back.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavorach. Baruch Adonai Hamavorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Okay. According to Jewish tradition, traveling to the land of Israel is an ascent. So an aliyah means an ascent, both geographically and metaphysically. Now I'd like to call up my sorority sister and my friend since college, about circa 1980, Susan Brewer, and her wife Jennifer Mannix.
Back to this temple.
Oh yeah.
Temple, what are we calling it? Temple Shalom?
Temple, let's see, the name, Temple,
Shalom.
The Exodus from the shelter to our home. Because Sam's was Exodus. Okay, all right.
Baruch atah Hamorah.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bakar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Oh, thanks.
He's digging it.
Oh, thank you. And thank you so much. It's an honor. Our third and last aliyah is my sister Debbie and her family. Joshua, David, and her husband Jacob. And Jacob actually is from Israel. And these are her two. Was Josh and Samuel
Jacob was Samuel.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then Dave. This is Dave.
Yeah, Dave's
These-
all right.
Oh,
Okay.
come on,
Come on,
Dave.
Dave. You waited.
All
Your
right.
part was next.
These guys are practice. Sorry, these two are competitive gymnasts. I just have to tell you a little about them.
Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
All right.
Thank you. That's it for the Hebrew portion. Well, during the bar mitzvah, there's actually scriptures. It's called a Torah. And there's two parts. One is designated to somebody who's going to lift the Torah after the scriptures have been read, and it's called a Torah lifter, but we decided to call it a doggy lifter. In Hebrew, the word is chadbah, and we'd like Marie, Rochelle, Macaspack, and Russell to come on up and just lift the Torah. Come on, Marie and Russell, we raise the heart and soul of Muttville as well, and having late night and email exchanges with Patty on a consistent basis. And we love you, Marie, so very much. And Russell, we were happy.
Small club if you have
we
any
met.
small dogs.
Small club, dog walker for small dog, Judy Jones' dog. And we really love you guys. And Marie, thanks for everything. Marie's a graphic designer with Switchblade. And thanks for everything that you give to Mom. All right, now you think about it. Yeah. So that's the lifting part.
Put them above your heads.
Oh, we're just being silly. Okay, now the Haftorah is like the part that the Bar Mitzvah person reads. So we said ha-ha, Haftorah for Frankie. And little ha-ha, okay. Samuel,
Seems to be into it.
Frankie's into it. Yeah.
He's very happy.
Frankie's brother Samuel will read a prayer for the animals. This is actually a Hebrew prayer in English. And here's Samuel Burston, who will be attending.
Project, Samuel. Yes, see if you can.
Blessed are you, holy source, maker of all living creatures. On the 5th and 6th day of creation, you called forth fish in the sea, birds in the air, and animals on the land. You inspired us to call all animals brothers and sisters. We ask you to bless these animals by the power of your love, enable them to live fully in praise to your name. May we always praise you for all your beauty in creation. Blessed are you, Lord our God, and all your creatures. Amen.
We'd like to put Sherry on the spot because her public speaking is now amazing. She's been on TV. We'd like to just ask Sherry a word or two. Like, how does this all feel? Tell us how you feel, Sherry. And we'd like to honor you and really give you our love and gratitude.
So I have to thank Frankie now. It's my turn to thank Mr. Frankie because Frankie brought these wonderful people into my life and into my girl's life.
All right, thanks.
And Patty actually brought Muttville to a new level. Yeah,
That's
right. That Yukiko Baba drove me crazy.
She was a slob.
She was a slob. But the day that I came home and Susan and Patty were there and
Sam, I think.
yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And that it would really change the whole face of Muttville because they fell in love with Frankie and they took him home, which was a mitzvah. Over here. And then Patty fell in love with Muttville and really has done amazing things like Oprah, amongst other things. And that's Patty.
That'll be hard to top.
I know, we're trying. We're working on it.
All right, thank you, Sherry. Thank you so much. You missed it before. She's up to almost 1,300 dogs now. And this is Jane Goldman, the president of the board.
Yeah.
Jane Goldman right behind her. How cool
No
is
way.
that? Jane Goldman. That's you. In the room. Yeah. Jane. All right, so everybody enjoy, eat, bagels. Are we done? Yeah, and watch our slideshow. Yeah.